Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Epokk and today we're gonna try Autonauts. So it is a game right up my alley, so I like games like Satisfactory and some kind of automation management and stuff like that. So this was right up my alley, even though it looks a little bit kawaii. Let's try it out. So let's immediately just jump down with a rocket. Now I already played the game just a little bit. Haven't completed full just yet, but you know. I just wanted to make a new series about it and I wanted to start all over again anyway, so yeah. Now we pick out a good starter zone. Now I really do like to have a little bit of space around me, but we have some great scanning results, whatever. So yeah, let's just try that. And let's name our game, how about a little like and subscribe. Then I always know what it's about. Okay, so let's just start the game and drop down. Now, I already know a little bit how the game goes. I have only played about halfway colonization wise, but I do have an idea like what is important. So I am going to take a little bit of my time at least at the start. I'm gonna try to play some groundwork and just get a good grip on it. Now, I'm not really gonna bother a lot with the tutorials because I already played a little bit, as I mentioned. Now, let's just explore a little bit. Now we have our forest over here and we have, of course, over here some stone deposits, which is very nice and very important at the start. We have a rock over here, who cares, to be honest, it's just kind of in the way. Do have a little bit of water if we want to do some fishing alongside over here, and some animals. Now I don't have any experience with animals. Like, what is that? A sheep? I think that's a sheep. And some pumpkins. Now, I don't have any experience with the animals just yet, but you know, we can figure that out together. All right, so let's just clear these little black spots first, and then now immediately you should really start making like a groundwork on where do I want to have what. So over here we have a forest area. Now we can use this forest area, and we will for sure, and we're gonna probably expand it somewhere around here because an ordinary square where I did start isn't really up to par. We need a lot of space, we need a lot of wood. And we're also going to leave a little of stone from the get-go, so yeah, I really am tempted to just make my production line over here and just keep the trees over here. So we're just going to mine the stone over here, and we're going to get the wood over here, expand. Oh, we have some clay over here, didn't see that. That's also really good. And we're gonna have our production starts over here. So yeah, probably gonna do it like that. And we also have a lot of berries, so that's pretty awesome. Berries are gonna be our first main food source at the start. I do want to expand into apple trees over time. Not that I have seen one just yet. Oh, over here there's one. Fruit tree, whatever. Yeah, okay, so let's get started. Now, the game is all about automating as much as possible, and you do that with using bots. So we're just gonna drop down here our bot area, and we're also gonna make over here our tools. Now, for the tools we need a log and a few sticks, so that's easy peasy. So logs are important. Well, actually, wood is important. It's one of the main ingredients, especially at the start. You're gonna chop some wood. You're gonna chop the tree down with a log. The log you can fabricate into planks, and planks go into poles. Now, and those three logs, planks, and poles are very important for making your bots. We're gonna want well, you have some other tools, but you're gonna need logs, planks, and poles, and these things, the 3 seeds for first bot, and pretty much all bots after that. So yeah, let's just get started. Now, the main thing you need are tools. Now these tools, they degrade over time. So we have the axes to cut down trees. We have spades to remove soil, dirt, tree stumps, berry bushes, all kinds of stuff. And of course the crude pick, which is perfect for stone deposits, clay deposits, and stuff like that. First we're just going to start with the axes. And we're going to need a stick and a stone. Now the stones are very limited at the start. So in the first playthrough I was just playing and I was just collecting rocks all around the place, but actually you don't have that many rocks at get-go. So they're mainly around your little totem thingy over here, the transmitter, but that's gonna go up like a totem pole. And then I was like, where are the rocks? And then I had to run all over the map just to find one single rock. So I think it's very important to get the, well, mining guy over here. So we're gonna first bot is going to be mainly just well, just gonna be mainly for making stones, and afterwards we're gonna get a little forestry going over here. You can hide your items just by you know, pressing an A key, probably the Q key. I think it's the A key on a QWERTY keyboard. I live in Belgium. We have French keyboards, so actually, where you probably have AZERTY, I have QWERTY. Where you have QWERTY, I have AZERTY. So yeah, that's just one of the little differences. But yeah, don't hold it against me. Okay, so we have some logs. Let's just turn those in over here. I always misclick left or right, so you're probably gonna see that screen a lot with me. I already apologize. Now I want to make this a complete playthrough of the game. I really enjoy the game, and yeah, I just really want to make a series about it, playthrough, and then we can just maybe learn together. If you like it and want to see more complete playthroughs, so you can always let me know down in the comments below, and let me know if you have actually tried out the game and you know what you're thinking about it. Okay, so we have our assembly line, or bot assembly unit, and now we can use 1 log, 3 planks, 1 pole, and 1 tree seed for our first bot. Let's get a log. So you see, actually logs are very heavy, so that's the reason why she's going very slow and sweating a little bit. I assume that's a girl, but I'm not sure. I assume it is. Okay, so we need 2 more planks and 1 pole, so that's, well, gonna need 2 logs. So this is just our very first bot, but we will be making a lot more. There we go. This is our very first bot. Now we can just start them up, rewind them up, and we can get started. Now I am just going to drop that in here immediately, and we're gonna give this guy a tool. So I am going to go a little bit in depth on the programming, how it completely works. So now let's just I'm gonna take my time with the programming explanations, which I figured out for myself. So now the tutorial is pretty good actually. Why do I do that? So on this button here you will see a list of all your robots. Now we're gonna just call this very first one our miner, and if you press over here record, he's just going to follow what you do. So what we can do actually is no, we're gonna just pick up our mining tool and we're gonna walk over here, And we're gonna have him, well, just mine this stuff up. So we're gonna record and we're just gonna come over here, we're gonna left click and there we go. And now he started. Now as you can see down here on the toolbars, you see the durability of the weapons or the tools going down. So first it's full blue and then it just goes down a little bit, and when of course it's completely white it breaks. Now we can just press play button and we're gonna give our mining stick to him, but you see he doesn't really understand that he doesn't have a pick, so we just throw it to him by right clicking on him, and now he starts mining. And now we will see some you know, some stones coming up. And this might take a while. So now he stops. So you have his yellow light, so it kind of means actually he's just waiting for something. But he doesn't continue. So the reason he does that is because he just goes down a script. So he finds the nearest stone deposits in within this little square. He's gonna move to the stone deposits and use the health item. Now this health item is his little mining pick. But because he, you know, is on that script, he won't go back to the front. So for that reason, you need to do forever, and that way he will keep doing that the entire time. Now you can also change this area so you can move it around, but of course it needs to be above stone deposits because that's a fixed area. You can maximize the area, you can even adjust it a little bit. I haven't really used this so far, but I am sure if you try to make just something pretty, a pretty colony, you know, this could be pretty useful. Anyway, now this is a really good script. You just press start and then he will just start mining all over. But I don't want this. I don't like it because the problem is, you know, if his little mining pick is broken, then he will just stand there swearing like a robot. I really wonder what his swearing is like. And then he will just, you know, stand there. So what we do want is him, for the moment that his little mining pick is done, he has to go pick it up. So we have our little crude pick over here. And can we already make a storage box? Yes, we're gonna make a storage box, and then we're gonna configure him so that he actually just, you know, goes pick it up. So let's just get some poles and planks going. Okay, so let's just pick that up. Gonna need 2 more planks. So we're gonna drop that in there. Now, these are the storage boxes and they're your biggest friend, trust me on that one. It's just to keep it a little bit organized. So I'm gonna put tools in there. So now we're just gonna make a few tools for him. Just going to drop one in there. We're gonna drop the rest over here, and let's just go a little bit stick hunting because we're gonna need it. And now we're just gonna make some tools. So now you can completely automate making tools and stuff like that, but we're gonna need a few more bots for that, and I kind of want to be a little bit further on in the game yeah, before we start doing that. So let's just up. So as you can see, all sticks are also often components that you will need, that you can just find in the forest area. They kind of show up over time in these forest areas. There's no real way to get them. We're gonna drop them all into this storage box. Now you can place almost everything in these storage boxes, which is pretty awesome. So now let's just configure our little miner over here once again. Now as you can see, his little mining thingy is empty. And you can also, now you have to recharge it. So just click on him, you wind him up, and he's starting again. You can also later on just ask another robot to recharge other robots, so they kind of live on an endless cycle. Now if we press space, and you can see all your robots, but we only have for this one, so we can just click him. Now we just hovering over him, he already says kind of what he does. So now let's just do that. Let's stop his script. We're gonna start all over. Okay, so he has, I'm gonna show you really quickly how you can trade items with him. So if you click on this little double arrow, now you need to stand next to him, then you can just pick up the arrow, the little mining pick from him, you can drag it into your inventory and you have it. So now let's just put that one also in the box, and then we're gonna teach him something new. So now we're gonna start with a little bit of light scripting. So we're just gonna press on the button on the box, and that says move to crude pick storage 1 and take from crude pick storage 1. Now if you place something in these boxes, you can see the number of items that are in the top right corner, down right corner, and you can see we can only store 10 and we have 4 in there, which is going to be about right since I have 1 in my inventory. And you can only place this stuff of the same item on the storage box. But you can expand the storage box later on, but you will need a lot of these storage boxes. Anyway, so let's continue with scripting. So I'm gonna start over. We're gonna take a crude pick storage from the store box. We're gonna just click on it, and we have move and take. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on this repeat button. Now this is gonna make it repeat forever, but you can also change this. Now there are a lot of cool things you have here, but one we're gonna need a lot for the miners and forestry guys, collectors and stuff like that is the hands full and hands empty option. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do hands full. So that means he's gonna repeat this little action until his hands are full. Now you can only carry one tool, so he will immediately reach this. And then we're gonna come over here and, well, okay. So now I don't want that. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just immediately clicked on that. But it gives me a good chance to show this. Now you can just drag this over here if you want to in between it, but you can also just drag it over here to the trash bin. Okay, so now we just click on this. And now we're just mining, and this is added in the list. Great. So now we're just gonna click once again on the forever. Now the forever comes around once again. Now you can drag, we're gonna drag this out of this, and just stay with me. And we're gonna change this to until hands empty. So what this means is, now we're gonna drag this one back. So what we're gonna do is, if his hands are empty, he will just skip this part and he will go to the next part. If his stone deposits, now if his hands aren't empty, so that means he has the crude pick in his hands, then he will find the nearest stone deposits within the square that we're gonna change because it's not completely over it. And then he's gonna move to the stone deposit and he can use the item. That's great. Once that is complete, he's gonna just jump over to the next part. And there is just one little hiccup. If his hands are empty, he won't, I don't know actually. Let's just try. So we're gonna do the repeat forever around it, and that means he's gonna completely do this part. After that's done, he's gonna go to that part, and then the repeat forever is just gonna make it start all the way from the top again. So now let's just start. And yes, he immediately skipped the first part because his hands are empty. Perfect. Now he's just gonna start mining this. Now the problem with miners is the moment that this is completely full, all scattered rocks are above here, he will stop doing that because he won't have any space. So we will need to get him a friend very soon, but not right now. And that little friend is just gonna be mainly just move everything to our storage box. So we're gonna need a lot of storage boxes, but first we're gonna need a lot of wood because those storage boxes aren't cheap. They need all kinds of stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make another robot. You guys, while I am doing this, I'm just gonna bid you farewell. So, well, not actually farewell. I'm gonna bid you goodbye to till the next video, because you know this video is already a certain length. Now, in the next video, we're gonna get a few more bots running. We're gonna get a forestry running, and it gets our ground base for our operations over here. But guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.